Manifestations that have come true. So, I unintentionally manifested my house. I'm a teacher by trade, and as you know, a teacher's salary in America won't get you a huge house, especially on your own. So I rented for years, not expecting to get a house. At 32, I realistically expected to buy a house in cash by around 40. Not a fabulous, super ambitious plan, but I'm more or less a minimalist, so I was fine with it. Anyway, I bought a big green poster board. I picked the color green because green is usually associated with money or wealth, so I picked green. I cut it into the shape of a house, wrote multiple properties on it, and put it on my wall. Not really thinking much about it. I was interested in real estate and I did a bit of homework on it for about a month, but that was really the extent of it. Fast forward less than 5 months later, I get a call from my brother saying that he's had an emotional breakdown and that he's leaving the family house. The family house is a house that my grandfather bought years ago, eventually turning into the residence for my mother, brother, and his girlfriend. Anyway, they deserted my mom, and I found out my mom's health was in decline and was in so much debt that she really needed me. So I agreed to move in, pay off all her debts, and be her caregiver till her end days in exchange for the deed to the house. All in 1 week, I went from living in a small apartment, never expecting to move for a long time, to owning a 2,500 square foot house with a half-acre of land. And the night I moved in, I suddenly thought of the green house cutout I posted on my wall months earlier. Which brings me to this important rule in manifesting. Set your intentions and then forget about it. Forget about it. Have you ever heard of the 369 method? Nikola Tesla once said, if you only knew the magnificence of the number 3, 6, and 9, then you would have a key to the universe. In matters of manifesting, I discovered the 369 method. It's where you write down your intention in a few short sentences. As a musician and a songwriter, I'm aware of the power of rhyme. So while I was thinking about what to manifest, using this 369 technique, I decided to focus on a crush of mine. So I made this small little sing-songy rhyme about my crush and wrote it every day for about 2 to 3 weeks. Every morning I wrote it 3 times, 6 times in the afternoon, and 9 times before I went to bed. Setting intention is always good to do before you go to bed because it makes a bigger impression on the subconscious. Even scientific studies have validated that studying before you go to bed yields better testing results. Anyway, out of nowhere, my crush calls me to let me know that he was available to give me flute lessons. I didn't even ask him, which is actually the result of another intention I set even earlier. I wanted a flute and just simply said it and made it known, believing it would happen. I looked around for months for a reasonably priced flute, but to no avail. Anyway, fast forward to my manifesting, my crush calls me, asks if I need flute lessons, and offers to teach me how to play the flute. On top of that, he even gave me his extra flute for free. Both intentions manifested into fruition within 1 day. Which brings me to another important rule in manifesting. You must continuously impress the subconscious with your intentions and immediately feel the gratitude as if it were already so. One time, just for the fun of it, I imagined myself in my dream car, a lavender convertible with black leather interior. I made a short post about it on Insta, set the intention, then went to my next client's house for work. I shit you not, I'm on the freeway going back home that evening, and next to me is a man in a purple convertible with black leather interior, and there was traffic the whole way through, so I just sat there on the freeway while this guy was driving my manifested car next to me for the next 10 miles. This is such a small example, but one time I really wanted some weed, but all my guys were dry. So one day I just decided that somehow I'll get some at this certain bar I like to go to. I'm on my way there and thought to myself, if I really believe this, then I need to stop at the bank to pull some cash out. So I did and went on to the bar. I went to the exact corner in the bar where I imagined I'd get some and just relaxed and let the situation unfold without forcing it. I made sure to not think about it and just relax and feel grateful as if it were already so. Just then, a friend of mine saw me and walked over towards me and asked, without even saying hi first, he just said, "Do you need any weed?" "I do," I exclaimed. Just then he reached into his pocket and gave me about a dime's worth of bud for free. I did not even need to spend the money. Which brings me to another important rule in manifesting. Physically prepare for your intention. Let the universe know you're serious and ready. So there's this manifesting app called Randonautica. It's got an owl for its emblem. The way it works is you set your intentions quietly in your mind while your phone literally picks random spots in your city to go to. The idea is that it sends you to the place of your intentions. I saw quite a few reviews and personal testimonies on the validity of the app and was really impressed with what I heard. So anyway, as a joke, the first intention set in my head was a big dick. Judge me if you must, but a girl's gotta eat, know what I'm saying? Anyway, there I am in my car, thinking about a penis, while the app generates a location for me to go to. And I shit you not, it takes me to this house about a mile or two away, and in front of the house are huge 2 rainbow flags on either side of the door. I was actually really tempted to knock on the door, but I decided not to be a huge creep. I told my friend, and she said it's possible that the algorithm just knew I was gay based on my internet history, to which I gave her the benefit of the doubt. So this time, I thought of something random. I thought of red apples. This app sends me to a children's library called, you guessed it, the Red Apple. The next manifestation conjured was a UFO. I wanted to see a UFO because at that time I had never seen one. It took me to this park, which I was really confused. So I got out of the car and started walking the trail. It's a huge circular trail which has a giant field in the middle. I didn't see anything, but I did wonder if there was something over the field, perhaps invisible, because no one was in the field. So I considered it a mission failed. But the next week, me and my friend went to Vegas, and there, for the first time, I saw a UFO.